Hey Aries, I'm here with your weekly reading for May. Don't know why I was going to say April, but May 19th through the 26th. Me, it kind of feels like it should be April because this year has flown by for me. I can't believe we're already closing in on the end of May. All right, enough of that. Sorry. So like I said, May 19th through the 26th, this is a general reading. So not all of this will resonate with you 100%. Take what does and leave what doesn't because that's for someone else. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So feel free to check out your other signs and see what's happening in those. I do have a bonus that I did for y'all. I did a full moon reading for all of the signs. I have a playlist on my channel that has the bonuses, and so you can go check it out on there. It's a quick little reading. I thought it was pretty insightful and a cool little reading. All right, so let's get into your reading for May 19th through the 26th. All right, Ace of Wands. All right, this is a brand new beginning for you, okay? And not only is it a new beginning, I feel it's the Ace of Wands, which is fire. So I'm feeling like you have been renewed in a way, like you're coming back to yourself and finding your own power type of thing. Just really getting comfortable in your element again. So, but starting fresh, definitely passionate, definitely motivated, determined, maybe feeling creative. So definitely feeling a little on fire, but that's a good thing for you, Aries. All right, we have illumination. Mermaid in a koi pond. Rediscover your individuality. Become the dragon, and your hard work is paying off with a new moon in Capricorn. So it's like you see... It's like you had a breakthrough. You had like an epiphany or an aha moment, and it was like all these problems or worries or whatever was holding you back, maybe something from the past, because this is something new. You are beginning a new cycle. You've ended a cycle. But it's like all crystal clear to you. Sorry, I have like the loudest ice maker in the world. I don't know why, but it is. So that's what that weird noise is you hear in the back. But it's like everything is like crystal clear to you right now, all right? And with the mermaid in a koi pond, it's like you outgrew the pond you were living in. You know how koi fish can get like giant, even in a small pond. And so they have to like, you know, swim upstream to find a bigger pond or whatever it is they have to do. But they kind of outgrow where they are. And so they have to, you know, find somewhere else. They have to go start something somewhere else. And so they can keep growing, okay? So they can become the dragon. And that's exactly, you know, what happened here. You outgrew whatever it was that was, you know, that ended, okay? I think what your last reading was something about let the tower fall or something. So I'm feeling like a lot of you Aries did. You know, you left that pond because you outgrew it, and now you're finding something new. And in the meantime, like, you're doing this on your own, I feel like. So it's like you're really coming back to Aries and, you know, getting reacquainted with you, you know, who you are, what you want, that type of thing. And through all of this, it's paying off, okay? Not only, you know, saying your hard work is paying off, but this is a new moon. So I'm seeing here, like, everything here is just totally signaling a brand new start for you, okay? But you're moving ahead, like, with this clarity that you didn't have before, okay? So, fantastic way to start off your reading, Aries. That is fantastic. Where does this one go? All right, so let's get into your general reading for May 19th through the 26th. May 19th through the 26th for my Aries. May 19th through the 26th. Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. What is Aries? Focus, obstacle, advice, and most likely outcome for May 19th through the 26th. Please and thank you. Focus. Chariot. 3 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles and the World. But you got the Emperor too. So, the Emperor, the backside of the Emperor, again, I feel, well, I don't feel, this is totally you. Okay, so like I said, this is all about Aries. This is all about you guys. I mean, you guys are really just taking it back, you know, taking back your life, taking back your dreams. You know, you're not really worried about helping other people right now. And it's not in a mean way. It's just that, you know, Aries, you just feel like it's time to focus on you and your stuff. Again, I see the 10 of Pentacles here, which is talking about long-term security and stability, that type of thing. And so that's what you're focusing on, okay? You're coming back to you. Yeah, you might be planning ahead and planning for the future. I definitely see all of that here. But really, and most importantly, you know, this is you, okay? You're coming back to you. All right, so your focus is movement, is the Chariot, is moving ahead, moving forward, you know, going after dreams, going after goals, whatever that is. You want to move forward, not backwards. And so that's where you're going. So let's clarify the Chariot. Why is the Chariot here for Aries? Why is, okay, you got a few. Okay. So, you're not taking a leap of faith here, okay? And I don't mean that in a bad way, okay? You definitely are starting something new, but you're not having just this blind faith that if you step off that cliff, that you're not going to end, you know, in a puddle of broken bones type of thing. You're like, no, I'm not doing that, but I'm also not worrying about it, okay? I can take this leap of faith. I can start something new. And I'm not going to worry about what is going to happen next, what is going to come next. I'm not going to let anxieties and fears and stuff keep me up. But at the same time, it's not a complete blind faith. I'm kind of going back to the Emperor here. You know, you're laying some sort of blueprints here. So you have like some, you know, like a rough draft or a rough outline of where you're headed, okay? You're not just like, okay, let's step off this cliff and not have anything, not, you know, let's just step off the cliff and see what happens. That's not really where you're at. Like I said, you're just putting a little bit more thought and planning into it, all right? And I don't feel like you need the Fool here in order to start something new. I feel like it's just right the way it's going right now. Your obstacle is the 3 of Cups, though. So for some of you, you may be partying a little too hard right now. Easy to do. It's, you know, it's feeling like summertime, especially if you're in the South. It feels like summertime. You may be partying a little bit much, but let's see. Let's see what else is going on here. Why is the 3 of Cups here? All right. You have the Death in the reverse. So there may be a friendship, or maybe some partying, or maybe there's some kind of social event or function you go to this week. Maybe you just go out partying with your friends. And I wouldn't say this if I didn't see it here twice, but with the World and, you know, kind of the backside of the World here, and the Death coming up in the reverse. Might be a Scorpio, doesn't have to be. I'm just, you know, you could like run into them, okay? You could run into something from the past, okay? Maybe even while you're out celebrating, or maybe you and whoever or whatever situation you left behind, maybe you still have some mutual friends, and so they kind of give you keep you up to date, give you the tabs of what's happening with the other person, and it's really kind of keeping it from really being completely dead. So That's an obstacle, all right, Aries? So just keep that in mind. If it is your friends, you know, kind of being like, well, and if it is a relationship, well, you know, so-and-so is went on a date, or so-and-so is having a really hard time after your breakup. You know, if they're really your friends, you might want to say, you know what, it was rough for me too, and I'm working on moving forward, so could you not kind of give me updates on them? Like, really, I wish them well. I have no, you know, I'm moving past the hard feelings, even if you do have hard feelings, but be like, I just really don't need reminders of what they're up to, okay? But like I said, it might be you just are out, you see them, you know, something like that type of thing. Him, her, doesn't have to be. Or it could be, you know, someone giving you, maybe you left a job and, you know, you still have some work friends who are like, oh, they really need you back. You know, things are really, you know, some kind of temptation sort of to kind of keep this in the past, to keep this dead, you know, to keep dead dogs laying. Is that even a thing, or did I just make that up? Or let dead dogs lay. Is that what it is? I'm messing it up, but you get the idea, all right? All right, 10 of Pentacles as your advice. You know, focus on your long-term security. Focus on your long-term stability, okay? For some of you, that's your money, all right? Start thinking about ways to invest, or start saving money so you can invest, all right? Or, you know, just long-term financial security is really what I'm feeling here. Could be job security, you know, focus on finding a job that you can move forward in. But don't be too logical about this. I'm kind of hearing right here, don't take the fun out of it. All right, saving money and, you know, that type of thing, you can still have fun with it. Like, you don't have to, like, be so strict in the guidelines and things. So, especially if this is something you struggle with, is like, you know, maybe budgeting is something you struggle with, or, you know, finding the motivation to save money or invest, or who knows what it is, okay? With the Justice here in the reverse, I feel like you don't have to be so, like, such a critical thinker about it, okay? Don't be too analytical. That doesn't mean just go in and throw your money into investments without doing your research. That's not what I mean. But, I mean, if you have a hard time making a budget, okay, like, try to find some things in there, or some kind of motivations, you know, that makes it a little funner. Or, you know, at the very least, go get you a pretty planner or budget keeper, or whatever it is that doesn't make that so unfun, okay? Really, I'm hearing here too, keep it simple, stupid, all right? Don't overthink it. Just don't overthink it. All right, so then we have the World and your most likely outcome. But like I said, it's kind of the backside. But your whole reading has been talking about starting something new. However, you know what happens when you start something new? You leave something behind, and, like, when you finally get to that place where you're making progress and you're starting to look good and feel good, how the past kind of starts, like, noticing that and, like, tests you, or is, like, tries to tempt you back, like, oh, well, especially if it's a person, don't be tempted back, okay? Don't. Just, you know, they might make an appearance this week or next week, you know, or something might happen. Like I said, you run into each other. They might be like, hey, you want to catch up for lunch? It doesn't have to be a person, but that's what I'm going with, because that's what I'm feeling. Okay, so if it is, just be like, no thanks, all right? Because I do feel with the Five of Swords here, what my first reaction when I saw that Five of Swords was, it's just a ploy to get you back. Okay, it's just a ploy to bring you back into the cycle that you just left. It's just a ploy. And really what I feel like is that since it's in the upright, I feel like you see through it and you're like, no, thanks. That would be great, but I'm moving forward and I got a lot going on right now, okay? You can be nice about it. You don't have to be mean about it. You can let him down gently if it's a person. Just be like, no, I got, sorry, I got too much going on right now. All right, so let's do your love reading. Still like what's going on here for you, Aries. I feel like good things are here for you. And I don't feel like you need to be told to don't let the past creep in back up. I feel like you have a very firm no stance anyways on that. But, like I said, if you have mutual friends or someone kind of giving you updates or you're checking them on Facebook, just don't do it, okay? It's really hard and we all do it. It's really tempting. Aries, what's happening in love for Aries for May 19th through the 26th? Aries, love. May 19th through the 26th. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Interesting. I feel like that card is pretty self-explanatory. Don't really need to go into it too much. Maybe date someone, that looks or, has different features than what you're used to. If you have a type. Not everybody has a type. Physically, anyways. Everyone has a type for something. All right, Aries. May 19th through the 26th in love. May 19th through the 26th in love. Please and thank you. Recent past, current energy, and most likely outcome. You had two come out. I'll go with it. I feel like they're for you. So, let's see what we got in these two. So, we have the King of Cups, Three of Wands. Okay. I feel like right now, just be in control of your emotions here, okay? Just be in control of your emotions. Stay on top of that. And really what I'm feeling here is like, don't really... I got two things here. For some of you, don't wait for this, okay? Don't sit and wait for for love to come in, all right? Because you'll be waiting a long time. But for those of you, for most of, and what I mean by that, it's like by waiting on it, like just go about your business, go about your life, go about what you got going on. You don't have to sit and wait for it. It's coming. You're attracting it by living your life. So live your life. And for others of you, be in control of your emotions, stay in control of your emotions. But that doesn't mean you have to wait around and not have fun and not go out. But at the same time, I wouldn't don't plan ahead too far with it, okay? Because this is also my planning card. So don't go into it thinking, I'm looking for a husband, or I'm looking for a wife, or I'm looking for something serious. Like, go in things with an open mind, all right? All right, recent past. I feel like you opened up and were very vulnerable, made yourself very vulnerable, okay? And Six of Pentacles, it's in the upright. It kind of feels like things were pretty balanced. I don't feel anything bad from it. But I also see her here by herself. So I feel like you may have opened up and left yourself vulnerable to someone, and you ended up kind of being on your own from it. Just because she's alone there, that's kind of what I'm getting from there. But I'm not getting a bad thing. It's like, what I feel like what really happened is like you opened up, you made yourself vulnerable. They didn't really. And so you kind of went on your own because you were more balanced on your own than with them. But we'll see. Current energy, still some fighting, still some fighting. Still feeling conflicted, or there is conflict. Okay, the Justice here in the reverse. With what's going on, there's nothing to be gained from this conflict. I feel like this is what you feel, okay? You're like, you know what? There's no winning in this conflict. There's no way to win. There's no real outcome that's good for both of us while we're still in this while we're still arguing and conflicted and, you know, all of that. And so, like, and again, you just really weren't feeling the justice. Again, not feeling like things were balanced. I'm kind of going back here to the Six of Pentacles. Things aren't balanced in that. You're way more balanced by yourself, because all of this brings this conflict for you. And so, again, I feel like you kind of went into Earth energy. You know, Queen of Pentacles. You're like, you know what? I'm going to worry about myself. I'm going to work on my stuff. You know, again, I see you being single at the end of both of these. You know, just doing it on yourself. Doing it on your own. You're like, nope. Ooh. Someone can't let it go, and it's not you. Not you, because you have left it. You let it go. You don't feel abandoned. You don't feel left out in the cold. In fact, I feel like, you know, you're like, you're finally free. I feel like this is Aries. Whoever you just left most recently, or an ex, is coming back. This King of Swords in the reverse and this Knight of Cups, I feel like they come back. And the reason it's in the reverse is because you say no. No, no, no. Could be an air sign you were dealing with. Could have been a water sign. Have Libra here. You have fire. You got earth. You got Leo here. Just throwing them all out. I believe they're all here except swords. So you might, if you're dealing with air energy, it might just be a Libra. But like I said, you could be dealing with anybody. I feel like this is them. They are, whoo. Because look, you're over here, like, looking good. Because you've been working on your thing, on your stuff. You've been working on you. And I feel like this is them. They are all up in their head about it. They are overthinking it. They are scheming. Some of you, they are scheming. Because you had the Seven of Swords come out in your most likely outcome. They are scheming to get you back. They are scheming or thinking of a way to come in and look like the Knight of Cups again and give you an offer that you're going to accept, but you don't. Because this is them. They feel abandoned, but you don't. You feel good. I don't. Aries, they might be trying to come back. Just a warning. I don't feel like I need to tell you to say no, because I feel like you're already on your end of the screen saying hell no. But let's get some advice. Let's get some advice anyways. I don't feel like you need it, Aries. But we'll do it. We'll do it. Just keep an open mind on new people coming in, okay? Don't keep it in what you're wanting and what you're expecting right now, okay? Don't keep an open mind about the past, though. You need to keep that door firmly closed. Advice for my Aries for May 19th through the 26th. What's happening? What's happening with Aries, May 19th through the 26th? No. What advice for my Aries? Sorry. What advice for my Aries, May 19th through the 26th? Advice for my Aries friends. Advice for my... Oh, that's a lot with that. Okay. This will just probably be all of it. 5 of Cups. Ten of Swords in the reverse, Four of Wands in the reverse, the Tower in the reverse, and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, what was I saying? Let that tower fall. It was your last one. Don't let it back in. Okay, it's coming with the Ten of Swords here in the reverse. I feel like someone's kind of trying to open old wounds. You've already moved and healed from it. Okay. Don't let that back in. Okay. Five of Cups. Again, say goodbye to the situation. I don't feel like you need to, but okay, you've already said goodbye to it emotionally, so keep it back there. Don't go and revisit it, okay? Just make sure you've said goodbye and had the closure, and just make sure to tell them, no, this is in the past, this is over. I don't think you're going to. I don't think I need to keep saying that. Don't be surprised, though. Don't be surprised when you hear from them. Because if you do go back to them, if you do give them another chance, if you do, you do hear them out for the most part, for most of you, all I see is that it's going to be as unstable as it was before. It's just going to be the same. Okay? It's just going to be the same. Four of Wands reversed, no. Just no. Make sure you've said goodbye to this, though, and make sure you say goodbye to it again, and then deal with any kind of emotion that comes up with that. If from it being kind of brought to your attention again, make sure you deal with any of that kind of emotion. Don't let that linger around. But with all of this is like a big fat no. No, 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 no. All right. But I feel like that's what you're doing. So don't be surprised, Aries, though. I feel like you hear from the past this week. Run into them or something. Even if it just seems like an innocent little lunch date to catch up. No, no, no. If they text you, don't text them back. Don't do it, Aries. All right. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I will see you next week.